Do you ever get the feeling like you're missing something? And that something is just anything that's kind of a part of your life, whether it be you feel like you're missing something material or of physical possession, or you're missing something spiritually or mentally, or there's just some aspect of your life that you feel like you're missing. If you do, you and I are a little bit more alike. Um, Now, I have this feeling that I'm missing something in my life. Like there's like this void in me that can't be filled by anything material or entertainment or just anything that releases dopamine in my brain, right? It just has to be something that would make me whole. And now I've kind of like run through a couple things in my mind of what it could be because this has been on my mind for a long time. And I think what it ultimately comes down to is love, right? That's the thing that I feel like I'm missing. And I'm not talking about like family or friend love. I'm like holding hands and stuff like a partner type love is that. Um that's what I feel like is missing. Um but how does one like kind of deal with that, right? Because for a while I felt like that's just the too obvious of an answer, right? Is that I'm missing romantic love. That's why I feel so empty, right? But I think it's selfish of me to have a partner and just kind of expect that to fix my problem, right? Because I don't want to put my problems on my partner. All right, that'd be very selfish of me and just overall not nice. So, like, what do I do? And so, kind of as something other than that, because, uh, I'm gonna be open. I'm gonna be like an open book a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it's scary. I've never been in a relationship before. I don't know how this works. I have things that I feel like should happen. Like I just, you know, thought about how like it seems selfish to rely my to expect my partner to help fix my problems or something like that, right? You know, because obviously this is something that I can't find through another person. This is something that I have to find through me. So what I've been trying to do instead is I've been trying to build a relationship with God and or just religion in general. Because for the longest time, I kind of considered myself atheist because I just didn't see any reason to believe in a higher power, right? It's not that I didn't think it was it's not that I didn't think it wasn't possible. It's just that I didn't see a reason to believe in such a thing, right? Um and as stupid as it sounds, TikTok has helped me in a lot of ways. It's helped me kind of find this like it's helped me like realize these things I didn't realize about myself and to just you know kind of some self-love, right? And what I always hear, the thing I hear the most is you must love yourself first before you can love anyone else. Which is something I do agree with, and I'm trying. I really am. But it's hard, to like look at yourself in the mirror and just be like, I love you. It's difficult because it's like I don't know if I mean it. Um, but yeah, so the two biggest things I'm trying to fill this with is two different types of love. It's that love from God and Jesus and self love. And that's what I've been trying. It's difficult. It's been a long time. But I definitely think, like, without this like access to the internet or social media and stuff, I wouldn't have found out about these things, and I would not have known about all these like kind of tips and stuff like that. Like there was this one account that I found on TikTok, which I have mentioned before on the channel, because she is just such a help to me. And it was the podcast Art Through Perception. And I mentioned that in one of my earliest videos because it was just such a help to me. And I wanted to know that that is a good source of something for people to listen to and to help them. One thing I did try for a little bit over the summer was meditation, some inner peace, and that helped a little bit, but I eventually just kind of stopped doing it. Not because I didn't have time. Honestly, I kind of just forgot. I kind of just stopped doing it. But self-improvement is just the thing that I've been trying the most. And it's been working, I think. Nothing's instant. There's no fast way of loving yourself. There's no quick and easy ways of thinking, I am enough, there's no there's no quick and easy way of starting to think that way. So, it all just takes time, and it takes practice, and it takes a different perceptions. And I saw this thing. This is a little off topic, I think. But I saw this TikTok. It was like a Hope Core edit or something like that. It might have even been from whatever award event happened recently. I don't know if it was the Oscars or what it was, but it was something. And it was this group of drag queens accepting a award. This is like super off topic, by the way. I don't think this even relates. But this is just a lesson I kind of want to convey in you. Is they were talking about how knowledge is power, and curiosity helps gain knowledge, which helps gain power. And I just want to instill into you guys, if you care, to be curious. And I've been learning this in school and whatnot. We've been talking about this in class quite a bit recently. But to be curious is to care also. You can't be curious and not care. It's not really something you could do. So, you have to just try to care. But yeah, that was super off topic, but that just popped in my head, and I really wanted to talk about it because I thought it was really interesting. So yeah, sorry about that. I just really wanted to talk about that because it was interesting. But yeah, so that's it. But anything else, I feel like I'm really not missing anything else in my life. It's just this emotional void, right? This feeling. And the reason I think it's love is because I've had countless nights where I'm just sitting and thinking, right? There's just this void I feel, just of loneliness, right? Just the feeling of alone, surrounded by people, but feeling more alone than ever. And I don't know why I feel that. I shouldn't feel that, honestly. But it's just something that I've unfortunately felt. And I've had these problems of self-worth for a long time. I remember, this is super deep, but that nobody probably wants to know about this, but back in middle school when I was having my little, I had some real self-worth issues. And when I was a little kid, I was very emotional, right? I'd cry a lot. So in middle school, when I had these kind of self-worth issues and this paranoia, I somehow managed to convince myself that my friends were only friends with me because they pitied me because I cried so often. And I broke down in front of my mom because I somehow like there was no, this was just me, this was just my own conscious thinking this. There was no reason to think this. If anything, I had amazing friends, right, who like genuinely cared for me, but I somehow just convinced myself that that care was purely out of just cause I always got so upset. And now look at me, I'm like a emotionless guy. No, it is it's been hard to cry. um the last time I did cry was this, watching this short film on YouTube, which is really beautiful, and it sounds corny, but it kind of like spoke to me. And yeah. Um, Another little off-topic thing, but it's it's okay to cry, too. This can be its own video because I feel like this is a good topic to talk about. But just really fast, it is okay to cry. Crying is a thing your body does to help process your emotions, right? It is something that we need to do, and to hold it back is only going to hurt yourself, right? If you keep trying to not do it, it'll only build up and fester until it just explodes, right? Just out of nowhere. So it's better to let go of those emotions now and release them than it is to bottle them up and keep them in a place where nobody would find them. Because I think it's better if somebody finds them than to know if they don't exist. And I hope you trust me when I say this, that it is better to tell people than it is to keep it up bottled inside. Which is kind of like why I started this, right? The things I'm saying here, I probably wouldn't tell to any living soul that I know of. Yeah, right. I wouldn't even tell my friends probably. But this is kind of like, this channel is kind of like an outlet for me to talk about these things and hope that some people find comfort in knowing that if they are struggling with this, that they are not alone in feeling these ways. So, yeah. I think that's about all I really wanted to talk about today. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and don't forget to tell somebody you love them. And I hope you find a way to fill that void. Just remember that it's no material possessions. The void in your heart will not be filled with material possessions or just quick, easy fixes, quick, easy dopamines, or drugs. It won't help you. Find it within yourself to fill that void. And I know that sounds treacherous and that sounds like so much hard work, but it will truly be worth it in the end. And thank you for listening or watching. I greatly appreciate it, and I'll catch you next week. See you.